Hello there, guys. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are well. I hope everything is okay with you all today. Okay, I hope the sun is shining wherever you are. Here, the rain is picking up. Anyway, you can't expect much. And as you can see, my voice is still not back to normal. I'm still struggling a little bit. But anyway, part of life, I suppose. So, the question is how to learn capoeira from home or how to learn capoeira from anywhere. You can. Okay, and mainly nowadays when the technology is going all over the place, you can just type capoeira on Google, and you can have all sorts of explanations in there and all sorts of stuff. Now, one thing is, can I learn capoeira from home? Yes, you can. Now, can I become a capoeirista and learn capoeira from home? No. How can I put it this way? When you introduce yourself to capoeira, it's easy if you are just at home and then you don't feel quite confident to go to a capoeira school, or you don't know what type of capoeira school you would find more interesting, or you would find your way, or what style of capoeira you want to practice. So a lot of people, they ask me, what can I do if I want to learn capoeira from my house? Okay, and the only thing I say, well, first of all, you just need to learn the basics. What is the basics? Exercise. What exercise? Any stretching, anything what you can do to warm up the body, do beats of stretch here and then, and find the closest capoeira school from your house. Now, when you say, right, I don't have any capoeira school around me, can I learn capoeira from the internet? Yes, you can. People are doing it all over the place, you know. There's a lot of critics about it, like people call capoeira without a master, which I don't agree much with it. I imagine, well, I believe you need to have someone with some experience to lead you on the right way when you are on the training. But when you are starting, I don't see why not can you not start it from home. You just need to make sure you're going to start and learn it from the right way. Now, people will criticize you all over the place. It doesn't matter if you learn capoeira from home, if you learn capoeira in a group, if you learn in school. There are people, they will all the time come and say to you, my group is better than his, or my style is better than his style, or what we teach here is culture, or what we teach here is martial arts, or what we teach is dance. I will not go far into that. So what I'm going to do here for you guys is, I'm going to give you the tip how to start learning capoeira from home, until you can find a school where you can train. Okay? Because a lot of people there will criticize me. Oh, how dare you try to teach people capoeira online, blah, blah, blah. Well, I can. I'm qualified to it. That's my job. That's what I've been doing for 35 years almost, so I can teach capoeira to whoever I want. And as I'm not getting paid, so people who don't like what I do, fuck off. I don't give a shit. But for those who want to learn a little bit of footstep, I can give you like a tip. What is the tip? You can draw on the floor either a letter T or a triangle. That works exactly the same. Just to work on the footstep of the capoeira. So having that on mind, you're going to put your foot at the edge of the letter, and you're going to have to remember, everything starts on the front. Some people, they will be mistaking how to move the legs time to time, which is understandable. Okay, it's very easy to get confused. I'll get a bit closer here so you guys can see me a bit better. Right, letter T, or a triangle shape, right in front of you on the floor. The first thing is just remember where the foot is and how you can move it back and then forwards and backwards. Okay, so the first exercise to learn capoeira from home will be this, without worrying about the technique or where your leg should be, should bend your knees or not. No, first is the self-coordination. Can you make these movements and moving forward and backward, because you're gonna make a lot of mistakes starting from here, and then this is what you're gonna be start doing. You know, people will start. So no, from one forward, backward, forward, backward. That's the first step of how you can learn capoeira from home. Okay, look, it's as simple as that. Moving forward and backwards. Do not mistake of moving forth or back. No, just here. That's why I say I'm not stepping on the wood. Why? Because I want you guys to see where I am. Look, and I need to go, not going farther than what the line is showing me. And back, forward, backward, forward, backward. That's how you start working on your self-coordination for the ginga. And then you start putting a bit more swing as you keep moving your body. And there, really, like in a dance. Okay, you don't go to nightclub and you dance like. No, put a bit of swing. So start from the front. Okay, pop, pop. One. Okay. Capoeira is about dance, is about fight. How can you disguise the fight within the dance? How can you dance when you are fighting? This is how you can project your body. That's how you're going to manipulate the way you move. You know, the swing, the balance, how you explore the body, how can you move forth and back. Okay? Nice and easy. Also the position of the hands. Each time your leg goes on the back, your hand goes up on the front. Like you're gonna bend your arm on 90 degrees, and then you're gonna keep that up. What I see a lot of people making the mistakes when they start doing the ginga is here, they put the hand right in front of the face, right close in here. Two reasons not to do so. First, if you are here, first, you are looking to your arm, not looking into your opponent. So don't be there. Okay, because you can't see me. Keeping the arm still in that position, what you can do, you can either put it on top of your forehead over there, and then the second hand, you can just let it down. Sorry. Leg, which goes on the back, hand goes on the front. So you can either keep that on top of your head, or you can bring it on the line of your chin and drop your elbow down, so you can see who is in front of you. You can see the entire body there. And then you can be working on the elbow from this position here and moving right in the center of the chest. So you can work on the ginga this way. So we start from the top here, okay? Now, a lot of people will criticize me why I am doing my ginga over here, okay? What a lot of people would ignore the fact, Capoeira Regional, in the old days, that's where the hands were for the ginga. And a lot of capoeiristas, they were pushing it here, the elbows. Why? Because if someone was coming to grab them, they could always push the elbow forward on attacking someone and protecting themselves. So this is one of the basic things what you can do at home, the ginga. Okay? Now, as we follow the steps of the ginga, we can move that away and following the same steps here. And now we can start putting a little bit more technique into your ginga. But before we going ahead on how to put techniques into your ginga, on your footstep, I would like you guys to ask you if you can leave your like, if you can subscribe to the channel, if you can leave me a message, or if you can interact here with me and help to this channel to grow, because I have a name, which my aim was to get 900 subscribers by the end of the month. But I got it much earlier than what I expected. So in that case, I don't want to stop. I want to keep moving forward. So if you guys want to help me to get more subscribers, that will help a lot. So now we're going to be working with the ginga. Okay? So start again without the marks. Remember, it's not moving forwards, but backward. It's going to be 1, and then forward and back. And here, as you transfer the body from one side to the other, what we're gonna do, I want you to keep your front knee, it's like, don't keep your knee straight, keep it bent. Because if someone will kick or just jump step on your knee, they won't break it, okay? It may twist on the side, may push in a different place, but it will not break if it's firm there, bend on the right position. And the back foot, don't keep that on the side like I see a lot of people doing the ginga here. No, that's not the way you can get mobility and move the body and get speed and move forward and backward. We're going to step on the ball of the foot. So as you step in there, lift your foot. You're going to be in this position here. The ball of the foot will be on the front. So as we put one leg on the back, on the front, so ball of the foot and bend the first leg. Now, to exercise and practice, you can really push it, stretch it as much as you can, the leg. Okay? And then change. Once again, lift on the toe, ball of the foot, bend the front knee, stretch the leg, and then do a bit of stretching in this position. So this will be the position of the ginga. Looking from the sideways, okay? That will be your footwork. That's when you give this impulse of moving forth and back, okay? So let's just try this exercise for now. We're going to be moving on the ginga from one side to the other. Don't worry about the arms. We're only worried about the legs for now. Open about between 2 to 3 feet wide. You guys can see my English is getting worse and worse day after day, okay? So, from the base what we have, 1, remember, bend the knee and then push the leg on the back. Forward, bend the knee and push the other leg on the back. And then we keep going in this position here, putting more balance to the body as we keep moving, okay? Of course, you don't have to be doing that all the time, moving that far. You can move closer if you want, depending on the distance, what you want from the person. Okay, but it's still following the same principle. Backward, forward, backward. And then you can open it again, work more widely and faster. Okay. And this will start giving you a bit more mobility on your hip, okay? You're going to start having more directions where you can put your body, how you can keep, how you can manipulate. Because the ginga, you can use it as an offensive way or defensive way. You can either stay on the standing position moving back to the ginga, or you can move forward with the ginga when you need to attack someone. Now, hands, as I mentioned, or you keep your hands in here, on top of your head, or on the line of your chin, and drop the elbow slightly so you can see who is in front of you. And you really can protect yourself by being there, okay? But here, you won't see the opponent in front of you, so make sure you can see who is in front of you. So we're gonna try only the ginga for now. Okay, look. As we change hands, legs, we change hands. And then you really let your body relax while you are doing the movements. Because here, you are worried about the footstep. You're not worried about making any kicks. So from this base, what we have from the ginga, you have to create your own ways of moving forward and backward, but all the time, remember, the knees, they need to be bent as you push it back and forth. Most of the attacks, they will come from the back leg. Mostly, not all of them, because you can divert the kicks in all different ways. As we started from the very beginning, you can, as I mentioned, the kicks can come from the back leg. As I'm over here, I can show you martelo is one of the kicks we use in capoeira, or in any martial art, is a semi-kick. What changes slightly is the way you make it, the technique you use to make the kick, which is just here, a side kick. So the kick, most of the time, will come from the back leg. When I say most of the times come from the back leg, you can be on a parallel position, and you're just going to step forward, and you're going to make the kick. So the kick comes from the back, once again, because you step, so the leg is still on the back, as you're going to step for the kick. But the kick can be done with the front leg too. That's how you're going to put the kick on a defensive way, not on an offensive way. Okay, so first we start kicking from the back, and then we're kicking from the front. So one kick from the back. As I come back, and you can see how my foot is in there, what do I need to do? I just need to transfer the weight of my body into that leg, so the front leg will be ready to make the kick. Indeed, the kick will not be as powerful as the first one, and it does not have to be if you have the right technique and if you kick on the right place. Okay, but you can be using the both legs. So right, left. Okay, on the other side, the left, other step back, right. So it depends what you are doing, depends what you want to get with your training. But all the time, you're gonna go back to your base, which is the ginga. Okay, so we just work on showing some basic kicks. I'm not gonna go into the right techniques for each of the kicks what I'm making here right now, because I just want to show you, yes, you can learn capoeira from home, but you can start learning from home, but you're always gonna need someone to assist you. You're gonna need someone to give you directions, how to make it properly, where to go, where not to go. Okay, so my advice is, you want to learn capoeira from home, you can start basics from home, and just to build the self-confidence and help with the self-coordination, and then go and find a school near to your house, or find someone who can assist you. Okay, someone, and I'm not talking here, oh, find someone qualified with a lot of papers in a big group. No, just find someone who is recognized by the society as a great teacher. Okay, someone who can actually lead you into the capoeira world. Don't worry about organizations. Organizations, you're just another number in the group. But some people, they like it. Some people, they just like to belong to big groups, belong somewhere. I don't, because I don't feel like I'm a wild creature. I cannot be dominated by anyone. That's what the capoeira is fighting against. This, tide. Capoeira is about freedom. So I'm free to decide to do whatever I want, and I'm qualified to do whatever I want. I have plenty of schools of capoeira, plenty of students already teaching. I have students who are teaching already. So I have a long way in capoeira. So whenever I speak about capoeira, I have authority to say that, and I'm always open for a discussion and for a debate about capoeira, of course. Other martial arts, I'm not getting involved with other martial arts at the moment, although I do practice other martial arts too, but here we're talking about capoeira, okay? So how can we put the ginga and the martelo? Now, only come from the back leg. We're going to see two different ways. How can we explore that movement? So, remember, ginga is the more balance you put on your body, the easier it gets, because we need to learn how to attack from everywhere and how to escape from anywhere. Okay? So here is the first base, where we are, martelo. 1, 2, and back. That comes from the back leg. Now, we can do exactly the same coming from the front leg on offensive way. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the back leg, we're going to step forward crossing the leg. Look. Why crossing? Because we're going to direct the kick back. So you see, from different angles and points of view, we can do that movement. And even when you are on the parallel, because sometimes you don't have the time to get prepared to make the kick, you just need to go and make it work, regardless what's happening. Okay, you can be talking to someone when you need to protect yourself and you need to make the kick, but to put in a capoeira way, to play capoeira, not to fight capoeira, to play capoeira, you have to put the ginga in there, and the ginga can be there all the time. So that's for beginners. Once you learn, when you want to learn how to do the ginga, okay, this basically, that's how you're gonna start, okay? And then the hands can be going, can vary, you can put your ginga lower, okay? Or you can just make it higher. It depends where we are, depends what style of capoeira you practice, depends what you want to get from the capoeira, and what do I want to get? I want to get your likes, but of big heads, because nobody's leaving a like. I don't believe no one is There's a load of burn well coming today. Oh, so it's just a message from my boss. So yes, please, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. If you didn't leave your like, leave your like. Don't go away. Let me just see what message got here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be here a little bit longer, so I'm gonna be here talking to you guys. And please, guys, when you know you're a bunch of dickheads, all of you, because you come here, you watch the videos, and you cannot even put one like in the bloody video in there. It does not cost you absolute anything. It costs you nothing. Just one click on the button there, and you're still not going to do it. I'm sure you're gonna try at least to do one cup of gingas in there, and then you may say, well, I don't like this shit. I'm not leaving a like because I don't like what he's doing. Or I don't like what this guy is mad, he's crazy. I don't give a shit to what he's saying. I'm not gonna practice that, so I'm not gonna leave a like. There you go, motherfuckers. So if you leave a like, I would really appreciate it. If you want to ask any questions, now is the time, okay? So, things about capoeira is, it's not only about the fight, it's not only about dance, it's not only about acrobatics, but your body must be prepared for all of it. You know, you need to learn when you can fight, when you can actually use some attacks, how you can punch, how you can use your hands, how you can use your blocks, how you can use weapons, what sort of weapons, you know. And also, how can you just do some acrobatics, and then the people will look at you and say, what the fuck are you doing? This is not a fucking fight. What the guy is doing? I want you to do a black flip or a cartwheel while you fight with me because I'm going to break your legs. People say that to me all the time. And guess what? It was the times when I was having this conversation, people invite me for a spar. I said, okay, let's do it then. And then, very quick, you don't waste much time when you want to spar with me. So that's what we're doing to some of the guys. We're going, so it was like, 1, 2, straight in the groin, another punch. Whatever it gets, well, they were using helmets, so it's fine. And then boom, as they fall down the floor, just look at them and say, ha 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 ha, there you go, big head. And then just take a walk. So you can either kick someone, take someone down, take the piece of them, still make a little effort, you know. Just keep the movement of the body. It never stops. And you can take the piece of the person, which is a good fun as well sometimes, you know. And as you guys can see, my cold is not great, and my leg's not good yet. I just had a manipulation done yesterday, so I was expecting I would be in massive pain today because I went for a deep tissue massage yesterday on my leg. But so far so good. I'm not gonna complain. I still feel a little bit the muscle is not great, you know, but let's not start complaining because the day is still halfway through. If you start complaining now, it might get quite ugly later, and I really don't want it to get any worse than what it is right now. Okay. So, once again, guys, please leave your like, subscribe to the channel, give us a chance to grow this channel here. Come for more fun, come to learn some more movements of capoeira, okay, interacting there. So now, from the ginga, we can do a couple of cartwheels. And then someone will say, well, I cannot do a cartwheel, and you cannot do a cartwheel with that belly. Bunch of motherfuckers, if I can, all of you can. And now I know a lot of people, they don't like my language, they don't like the way I speak by calling you guys bunch of motherfucker. And I don't give a shit, motherfucker. If you don't like it, you can leave, you can just go and watch some Minecraft in another channel. Here, we speak the language of the street. Okay? Well, at least when we monetize the channel, after that, I need to be very careful with whatever I'm gonna say. So, it's all fine. Oh boy. Now, from the ginga, it's exactly the same. As we're moving to the ginga, you need to get into the point when you need to learn how to attack from the ginga, how to protect yourself from the ginga. And the ginga is the base for all the acrobatic movements, what you might fancy learning. You know, because you could see the kick so on, and then take the shoes just moving around. Of course, never go putting your hands on the floor when the person is right near to you. Prepare for the fight, because if you put your hands there and you leave on the handstand, I'm gonna kick you right on your face. I will do it personally. Don't have to do anybody else or any other martial arts. But if you kick me and you let me stand right in front of you, and then you go, we're gonna do a handstand in front of me, you're gonna lose a cup of tea in there, because I'm gonna kick you right in your mouth. Oh, this is not the way you should speak. That's not how the teacher should speak. That's exactly what the teacher should say. Because people, they make a lot of mistakes in capoeira. People think capoeira is just a way of fun. People think when you're gonna fight capoeira, you're gonna be here like, and doing black flips and all those sorts of shit, what this bunch of dickheads teachers are doing these days. Because there's a lot of teachers around, in capoeira teachers, they are a bunch of assholes, okay? They advertise it as a martial art. They advertise it as a street fight. They advertise capoeira in all different ways, but they don't teach that shit at all. They just teach, I don't even know what to call the shit what they do teach. And then when they should have, and they go having a fight, they don't use capoeira. What they do, they go for the boxing, or they go for jiu-jitsu, or they try anything else but capoeira. So why they train capoeira for then? If you're not going to use what you have. And I can tell you, capoeira is a very dirt martial art. Well, fight is dirt. There is no glorious on fighting. There is nothing where you're going to say, well, I'm a martial artist. I don't fight on the street, but I'm a fighter. I don't fight in the cage, but I'm a fighter. You can call yourself whatever you want. What do I call myself? I call myself Negoteta. Well, are you a teacher? I don't know. Well, are you an instructor? I don't know. You can see what I do. You can come to my school and you can call me whatever you want. You can say whatever you want about me. I let you decide what I should be called by you. If you want to say, well, you have some knowledge, I'll take it. If you want to tell me, well, I don't believe you have any knowledge, that's absolutely fine by me. I have no problems to try and prove myself to absolutely anyone. I don't have to come here and say, you need to respect me because I am a teacher, I need to be a master, I'm a very experienced. Bollocks. I don't give you a shit about titles. I don't give you a damn about what you think about me. The less you know about me, the better is for me. The less you know about my techniques, better is for me. So guess what? You will never see my real techniques in here. You're going to see what I'm going to show you. And basically, what am I going to show you? I'm going to show you clean kicks. I'm going to show you how to control your body in a nice round kick. I'm going to teach you how can you put a nice kick in there and come back on a nice range of movement and position. This I can teach you because that's what you want to see. Why on earth I'm going to show you how fast I can move, how powerful I can be, where my technique will hit you, or how dirt I can be in a fight. Why am I going to sell myself to you? It's not going to happen. I have students training with me for almost 20 years now. And I'm not showing them most of the things what I can do, because maybe one day I might have the need to use it, because I never know who is by my side. I have people walking with me today. I don't know if I'm going to get betrayed tomorrow. I don't know who is walking around me. And I always keep that on my mind. The people who will actually betray you one day are those walking next to you. It's not the ones who are far. Your enemies are not giving a damn about you. They want you to disappear. They want you to be far away. Your friends, your family members, the ones close to you, they are the ones you should be concerned about. They are the ones, the person who sleeps with you, you never know if she's going to cheat on you, if he's going to cheat on you, if this person will let you down when you need them the most. So, Do you really believe I care about what people think about me? I don't give a shit. I do live my life the way I believe is right for me, not the way I believe is right, because that's very peculiar and very individual. Okay? Most of the times, what is right for me might not be right to somebody else. What is good for me might not be good to everyone. So I don't want to please the world. I don't want you guys to love me. I don't want you guys to be my friends. I want you guys to live your own life the way you believe is better for you, as long you are not harming anybody else. You know. Once again, let's go for a little bit more of Ginga. Now, when we're gonna do the Ginga, because I speak too much sometimes, I just start talking, never say anything. So, we're gonna do the Ginga once again, but now we're gonna be moving to different places. Okay? So, we're not gonna be stuck on here. So what I want to get a range of the movement, I want you guys to work in different ways, like moving forward, on the sides, turning around. It is still going to be the same movement. Okay? Forward, backward, forward, backward. Now, how can you see the turn into the different sides? That's where I am. What about if I need to turn it 108 degrees? And I'm backward there. Okay? Look. Move in all different directions. This is what we need to get. These 4 points, wherever your foot steps, it can be a direction where you need to move. So I'm right in front of you. 108 degrees, 90 degrees, 108 degrees, 90 degrees. So we need to learn how to move with the Ginga in all different directions. Let's try it. Bump up big heads. Where did this originate? Who is that? Bman77. Capoeira is a Afro-Brazilian martial art, let's put it that way. It was created by the African slaves in Brazil. Now, if someone comes to you and say, Capoeira was created by this person that year, bollocks, it's a bunch of bullshit. No one can actually tell you when Capoeira was created. We have this discussion, could be between the 16th century until the 18th century. Okay, 15th, 16th, 17th century. Why? Because that's when the slaves being brought into South America. Brazil was history again. Brazil was discovered on the 22nd of April, 1500. That's when they say they have discovered Brazil. But if we go back in history, you're gonna see in 1492, the Europeans, they were already in South America. They were already in the lands. Maybe they didn't knew exactly where they were. So what we say, capoeira was created in Brazil, but is a mixture of different African cultures. When we say different African cultures, it means from different countries of Africa, they have their own culture. So when they be brought to Brazil to work on the fields, the slave owners, what they were doing, they were getting, let's say, one person from Nigeria, one person from Angola, one person from the Congo, one person from God knows another country in Africa, which they have completely different languages, different traditions, different religions. So the slave owners believed if they were kept, they put together different nations to work together, they would never get united. In fact, they did get united. They make a lot of disjunction of these cultures. So one of the most known of them is something called Ingolo. Translating Ingolo means the dance of the zebra, which the teenager is get to the age when, the girl is get to the age when she can get married. So the warriors of that tribe would fight, and the winner would marry the girl he would choose. And how was the fight they were doing? They were imitating how the zebra was fighting on the wild. So they were using head bows and kicks. So that's one thing in Africa called Ingolo, the dance of the zebra. That's why people say capoeira was created as a dance and it became a fight, and was disguised as a dance once again to survive in the slavery, when the slavery ended, and all the African cultures been forbidden to be practiced in Brazil. So capoeira was originally created in Brazil by African slaves. So we cannot say capoeira is African, but also we cannot say capoeira is full Brazilian. So capoeira is Afro-Brazilian, okay? Afro-Brazilian art form, Afro-Brazilian culture. Now, back in 1918, in Brazil, one of the masters, a guy who was a teenager on the time, called Manuel dos Reis Machado, Master Bimba. Bimba was his nickname. He believed the capoeira was a little bit too weak comparing to the other fights he was seeing happening around. Capoeira was quite weak comparing to other things what people could go for the street fighting. So he believed that capoeira became too much folklore and lost the essence of the martial art. So he decided to mix movements from a different art which he was practicing, we called batuque, and he created a new style of capoeira called capoeira regional. Okay, so capoeira regional is more based on fighting. Okay, how to protect yourself against weapons, how to learn deadly movements. It was a big thing all the time. But not everyone agreed with what he was trying to do. Because some of the old masters, they want to keep capoeira as these, traditions from the old times. So they didn't like much what he was trying to do with the capoeira itself. Sorry guys, I just need to put the phone to charge here a little bit. This phone is getting awkward. Okay, 1 second. Big man, I'll be there in 1 second. Let me just clean it here and put it on charge. Yeah. How the hell do you know all of that? That's amazing. Thank you. If you leave a like in there, I'll tell you how do I know all of that. But if I like to, if I see a like there, I can tell you a little bit more about capoeira. Okay. So now, as the time has been passing, people are creating new styles of capoeira. People are mixing capoeira with jiu-jitsu. People are mixing capoeira with boxing, mixing with Muay Thai, with MMA. People are mixing the culture with a lot of different things. Okay, what do I think about that? Me, personally, I don't give a damn about what people are doing outside, Where's my like? Where's my like, buddy? Did you put a like in there? I can't see my like. I can't see my like in there. Come on, Big Man 77, put my like in there, and I'll tell you how the hell I know all of that amazing story. Where's my like? Anyone? Where's a like? If I have a like, I'll tell you why. If one more person put another like on the video, I'll tell you how do I know all of that about capoeira. I'll tell you what do I know about capoeira. I need one like, just one like. One like. Just go and see where the thumb is there on the video, just on the bottom, and press it. Or just click twice. If you are on the phone, click twice on the screen, and that should give me a like. And subscribe to the channel, of course. Of course, I need a new subscriber. So, and I teach you a new movement of capoeira as well. I need one like and one subscriber. One like and here we go. Right, how do I know all of that, Big Man 77? I can't specify the month, but back in 1991, on the streets of Brazil, that's when I started my journey in capoeira. When I was around 8 to 9 years old, between 8 and 9 years old, that's when I started training capoeira on the streets. So I trained capoeira on the streets for maybe 7, 8 years. Then I joined the group of capoeira which I belong now. So this is the name of my group of capoeira. Grupo de Capoeira Guardiões Brasileiros. Leeds is the city where I have my base, where I teach. And as you can say, Contramestre Negoteta, that's my title in capoeira. So this is the logo of my group. So wherever you go and you see this name, Guardiões Brasileiros, that's my group. Wherever you go and you see the logo, the way you are seeing here right now, that's my school. So whoever is wearing these t-shirts, or they are my students, or they are the students of my students. So I've been practicing capoeira for almost 35 years, 34 years now. Okay. I left Brazil 19 years ago to come to the UK to teach capoeira in England. It was just one trip to lead some workshops of martial arts, which I was supposed to be here only for 14 days and then go back to Brazil. But one of the friends who invited me to come here and sponsored me to come into the UK, because I never paid to come here, motherfuckers. I never paid a penny to come here. I was invited to come here. The power of the big girl, can you see it? So I was invited to come here and then go back to Brazil afterwards, and then just carry on my traveling, my trips, and teaching here and then. Now, it's been 19 years I'm teaching capoeira in England. I have several schools around the country. Okay, Oxford, Warrington, Manchester, York, Leeds, and Cornwall, soon in Scotland, So there are plenty of schools in there which some of my students, they lead the classes. I have my main class, which is, you have the chance to see it tonight, big man, which is gonna be tonight at 8 p.m. British time. That's when I'm gonna be in my gym. And most of the students which will be there tonight, they are beginners, If anyone will be there tonight. I know maybe a couple of people will be there tonight, but I try not to take much of the students. I just keep one day of training so I can train myself a little bit. I just can go to the gym and do a bit of training. That's why it's a more beginners class. So I wouldn't take more than 5 people or 10 people in that class. Most of my students, when someone comes to learn capoeira, I recommend to go to my students so they can see. So if you go back and then you see capoeira and some nice pictures of me, it's just me on the class. So tonight, 8 p.m., I'm going to be there for the class. So subscribe to the channel, boy. How old are you? How old are you, boy? How old are you? Don't let me catch you there saying you are 6 years old, because we're going to have a serious conversation. What the hell are you doing in this video? That's for adult people. So how old are you? If you are 7, it's fine, but if you are 6, you're too young. So yes, after training that and studying it for 34 years, That's the hell why I know a little bit about capoeira, buddy. And we could talk here about the history of capoeira for a long time. We could have like a long conversation because what people are doing these days, not a lot of people they are interested in learning capoeira from its roots, history, fundamentals, traditions, principles. People they just want to come, oh, how can I kick? I just want to kick. I just want to kick. I'm old. I am old. I can be a grandfather already. How old are you, buddy? Don't tell me you are the same age as me, 40s plus. Because after 40 years old, you don't even tell your name anymore. How old you are anymore. You just say, yeah. You don't really feel like coming to people and say, well, I'm 40 done. I'm 45. I'm 41. I'm 40. No, you want to make it like nicer for people to understand who you are. Fala, Roseli, como é que você tá, nega véia? Beleza? Como é que tá essa força? Como é que tá tudo na paz contigo aí, né? Já aproveita deixando aí o seu like, que eu ainda não vi o seu like aí, né? Pra gente fazer aquela brincadeira da capoeira aqui. There's a Brazilian fighter in UFC, does the art. Yeah, 47. Oh, God almighty, you couldn't be like that, man. I'm thinking I'm talking, because a few days ago, man, I was talking to a guy, and I thought he was much older. Well, I thought he was much older until I found out he was 12 years old, and I was swearing, I was telling him to get fucked, I was showing fingers to everyone, and then I found out a 12 years old one just got in there, and I was like, oh gosh, what have I done? That's why I keep asking how old people are in these days. E você, Roseli, como é que você tá? Tudo na paz? Mande aí as suas perguntas, mulher. Pergunta, se eu souber a resposta, eu lhe digo agora mesmo. Se eu não souber a resposta, eu também minto pra caralho, velho. Pensa no cara que sabe mentir também, sou eu. Isso é coisa de capoeirista. Capoeirista, de vez em quando, ele gosta de jogar uma verba no zar aí, né? Fala inglês, Roseli? Você fala inglês? Se não, eu fico aqui no inglês, no português e a gente vai mudando. So, I'm just, don't get annoyed, me, man. I'm just in between Portuguese and English because some of these people, they are in Brazil, so I'm gonna just keep switching language if I can, because I'm trying to learn some English. Você é de onde? Nega véia, Roseli, eu sou natural, eu sou do interior do estado do Paraná. Eu sou de uma cidade chamada Arapoti. Né? Uma cidade chamada Arapoti. É uma cidade grande, tipo quase uma metrópole, comparado com as vilas que tem do lado. Tem uns 20, 25 mil habitantes. Olha o tamanho da desgraça da cidade. Fica a 300 quilômetros mais ou menos da cidade de Curitiba, da capital. Mas, em 2006, eu saio do Brasil e venho para o Reino Unido para dar umas aulas de capoeira. Para dar uma trabalhadinha no capoeira aqui, né, dar umas aulinhas aqui ali e tal. Gotta go, I'll check you out. Well, thank you very much for that, buddy. Thanks for coming along. I hope you have subscribed to the channel because I want to annoy you like I annoy everybody else who is around here. Então, Roseli, eu sou paranaense, né? Então, há 19 anos eu moro no Reino Unido. Eu sou da Inglaterra, na cidade de York. Eu vim para cá em 2006 para dar um curso de capoeira e eu acabei ficando aqui pela Europa. Então já fazem 19 anos que eu tô fora da terrinha. E você, Roseli, você é de onde? Fala comigo de onde você é, de onde você vem, para onde você vai, se é casada ou solteira e que trabalho você faz. Pra gente saber com quem a gente tá falando, porque senão a gente vai estar falando com minha casada aí. Grito, caralho. Aí amanhã tá o seu Zé batendo na porta da casa da gente lá com 3 oitão na cara, tá falando com a minha mulher aí, pá! Né? Porque falar com mulher casada, ó, esse negócio cheira a porva, né? Então se explique aí. São Clemente. Onde é São Clemente, velho? Pera aí que agora o nego velho tá meio... São Clemente. Brasil, né, filho? O tamanho do Brasil, como é que... Onde é São Clemente? E peraí, quantos anos você tem também, moleque? Eu tava perguntando pro outro ali, que me mandou falando que tinha 47. Porque esses dias apareceu uma criançada aí, e aí começou a trocar uma ideia e tal, não sei o quê, e falando de defesa pessoal, falando de capoeira, e falando dos caras A4. Aí eu peguei um pedaço de pau, peguei um facão aqui, né, rodopiei o facão pra lá e pra cá, e pá, não sei o quê, e assim que aqui, de tal, não sei o quê, você pode usar um facão, tá aqui, ó, o facão, ele pode descer, né, aqui a descida direta no meio da cabeça, ou então na clavícula, ou então você passa no pescoço, ou você puxa no bucho e enfia. Aí eu fiquei assim pensando, quantos anos tem essa pessoa? Aí o cara vem e me fala, tenho 8, eu pensei, putz, aí me lascou, aí me arrebentou. Aí eu tive que mudar todo o discurso. Roseli, 10 anos, nossa senhora, olha eu me lascando aqui de novo. Distrito de Santa Helena, Ah! E como é que você foi achar esse canal aqui, moleque? Como é que você foi aparecer aqui? Como é que o nego velho apareceu aí, né? No celular, no computador, sei lá onde é que você tá. Não tá gazeando aula não, né, menina? Você não tá gazeando aula não. Você não tá entrando na internet aí só para não estudar na aula daquele professor chato de física ou aquele professor chato de matemática. Não vai ficar brincando no telefone. Não vai crescer, né? Não vai crescer assim, toda destrambelhada que nem o tio aqui não, viu? Né? Porque depois que você fica velho, filha, aproveite e estudar agora, viu? Aproveite. Porque na minha época, eu pelo menos, eu tentei um pouquinho. Mas um par de amigo meu aí, em vez de estudar, o que eles faziam? Ficavam jogando pedra no telhado na casa dos outros, ficavam apertando campainha na casa dos outros, sair correndo no meio da rua. Né? Vou até falar bonito agora, para não falar mal na live. Defecavam dentro de sacola de plástico e deixavam na porta, né, da casa dos outros, para os outros pisassem em cima. Vou tomar café, já volto. Vai lá, minha filha, vai tomar teu cafezinho lá. Né? Também não vai comer muito não, viu, Via? Coma pouco, para não ficar com buchão assim, ó. Coma pouco. Exercite bastante, coma bem, mas não vai se matar de comer não. E é isso, pessoal. Né? É a nossa brincadeira, é a nossa forma de ver a capoeira, é a nossa forma de aprender a capoeira. A capoeira você pode aprender em qualquer lugar, independentemente de onde você esteja. Pode ser na sua casa, pode ser... Aqui é meu lugar de trabalho, já terminei o trabalho por hoje, então posso passar por aqui, né? E só para fazer uma brincadeira, entendeu? Como eu estou fazendo aqui agora, a ginga, manipulação do corpo, movimento que vai, movimento que vem, sobe, desce, trabalha, entra, sai, luta, bate, volta, defende, dança, entendeu? Canta, trupica, faz bagunça, algazarra. Essa é a nossa vidinha, é assim que a gente vive, é assim que a gente vai passando o nosso tempo. Então a capoeira para mim, ela entra na minha vida como uma estratégia de sobrevivência, na verdade. A capoeira, eu não começo a treinar capoeira porque eu achei bonito as pessoas treinando capoeira. I didn't start training capoeira because I thought, oh, this is a beautiful art and I want to learn it because I want to be dressed in white, because I want to have my belt, because I want to, be recognized by the society. I'm training something. I never cared about that. Então, o meu treino de capoeira, né, foi simplesmente para sobreviver mesmo num Brasil que eu conheci, numa realidade que eu vivi. Né? Eu não aprendi, como eu falei, eu não aprendi capoeira como uma forma de ganhar dinheiro. Eu não aprendi capoeira para... abrir uma escola para poder ensinar ninguém. Espera aí que tá acabando a bateria, tem que colocar o carregador, mas o negócio aqui tá meio... Olha, o telefone velho é fogo, viu? Entrou uma sujeirinha ali, o telefone já não quer funcionar direito. Espera aí, deixa eu ver se eu limpei aqui. Não limpou ainda. Olha que coisa chata. Espera aí que a bateria tá acabando. Wait there, guys, the battery is going very low, but I need to clean it before I can put the charger, because it's saying I cannot. Okay. That made it even worse. Oh boy. Let me try and clean the... Maybe, let's see. Oh yeah, now it's a little bit better. So I didn't start training capoeira because I thought, well, it's beautiful, I need to learn a martial art. I didn't even know the word martial arts. When we were young and we were watching movies on TV, we were saying, I want to be a black belt, black belt, black belt. We didn't even give a shit what art it was. It was karate, taekwondo, judo. The only thing we knew, it was Well, we need to train because we want to be black belt. I'm black belt, black belt. So this was the way we were talking, to our friends when we were younger. We just wanted to be black belts. Kids being kids, and then I had to make up on the way to survive. Back now, in these days, if you go to school and if someone say, "Oh, you are black," this is bullying. Well, you walk outside, or I don't like your hairstyle, this is bullying. Or I don't like your sexuality, this is bullying. Or my time, it was freedom of expression, not bullying. And how we were dealing with it. I'll meet you outside of the gate when the class finished. And then, whoever was insulting you, you were just closing your fist and going for a street fight after school. And I don't have to tell you how I was so shit fighting this school. Everybody was beating me up. Everybody was just like in the of me. So the only way I had to protect myself it was when I saw a group of people training capoeira on the streets. They were just like this group of people training, and I didn't know what they were doing, but I saw some, they were kicking each other, and then I thought, oh, they are the black belts. They are the black belts. So I want to learn it. I want to learn. I didn't even know what kind of word I was getting in. A lot of troubles I got in as well because of this. A lot. But paid off. At the end of the day, it all paid off. Right. Someone's calling me. Let me just see who is that. I'll come back in 1 second. Wait a little bit. I'll be back soon.